the one key or a key understanding that I'd like our listeners to receive from today's podcast is the understanding that sadness is necessary, right? I think most people, I would say the vast majority, if you ask them, would you like sadness to disappear? They would say, yes, of course. Wouldn't life be great if there was no sadness?
And most people are trying to run from their sadness. They never want to experience that emotion. And the bottom line is you need to feel what you feel. And it's okay to feel it. You just don't want to stay there.
And I would take that even further and say, if it exists, it actually has a very positive purpose. Nothing exists in our lives. Nothing exists in the world without a purpose. So if you have that view, then you understand that sadness must have a purpose. And being as it is such a prevalent and often overwhelming emotion, it must have a very, very significant purpose. What I think about for myself often, and when I have the opportunity to share this with others, sadness is our soul telling us that things aren't as they should be. Anytime we experience sadness, it is in effect a call from our soul, either saying we're not paying attention to something enough or we're doing something we shouldn't be doing. So when you view sadness
I think anxiety, by the way, is a similar, there's a similarity in that when we feel anxious, I think it's like we're not doing things in life that we're meant to do. And our soul is so uncomfortable that you feel like an uneasiness through the day. That's been my experience of that emotion.
And because sadness is important, and because sadness is a message from our soul, the worst thing we can do is run away from it. And I think that our society today, and I think so many people, will do anything to move away from sadness, whether it's a pill prescribed by a doctor or whether it's a drink or whether it's drugs, as opposed to, and again, maybe many of us aren't educated enough on this idea, as opposed to saying, 1 second, this is important. This isn't something to run away from. This is important. Let me try to understand that.